Water scarcity is a must-solve challenge for people all over the world. By a prediction, by year 2040, more than 1 billion of people all over the world cannot have enough access to safe drinking water. In these countries, people are highly dependent on fresh groundwater. However, because of the climate change, they might face more drought years in the near future. For countries near the ocean area, they can produce clean water by seawater desalination. However, for those inland countries where they don't have enough seawater supply, can we increase their water supply by reuse some non-traditional source water, for example, wastewater and groundwater? But before that, we must need to remove the micropollutant in this water resource for people to safely drink this water. So micropollutant or biological or chemical contaminants in groundwater or wastewater because of human activities. For example, pharmaceutical and personal care product, industry chemicals, heavy metals, pesticide, and so on. They are really hard to be removed because of the relative low concentration. However, even their concentration are very low, they have very bad effect on human health. So we must remove them before drinking the water. And membrane-based separation is a common way people use to remove this kind of contaminants. Traditional pressure-driven filtration systems like reverse osmosis and nanofiltration, they always require high pressure to let the water pass through the membrane system and be purified. Now more and more people do research on functionalized porous material. In this way, we can remove the micropollutant by adsorption-based material. This kind of materials always have very large pore size, so it makes the micropollutant more favorable mass transfer inside the porous material, so they will make them easier to diffuse into the binding sites. And they are relatively energy consuming and very easy to use. We just need to put the sorbent in the water. After it gets saturated, we take it out and release all the contaminant and also able to recover some heavy metal ion resource. So my research is I want to combine a traditional thin layer fabrication method called phase separation with 3D printing technique. Then I can fabricate next generation sorbent. We have our polymer solution in a syringe and pump it to a substrate under a 3D printing system. In this way, we can fabricate pattern structures which can facilitate water transport and water permeability. At the same time, we functionalize the surface of the sorbent with some ligand that has very high capacity towards contaminants. For example, this is a picture of the sorbent that we fabricated, and these are the SEM pictures of the sorbent. We can see they have very big channels for water permeability, and they also have very porous structures to provide enough binding sites for heavy metal ions or other contaminants. Then we functionalize it with a ligand called terpyridine, which has really high affinity and capacity towards transition metal ions. And here we use copper as a model compound. We can see the capacity of the sorbent increased linearly when the layer thickness increases. So our future aim is to achieve single pass but multifunctional separation. We can functionalize the sorbent with different ligands target on different contaminants, and we can try to separate different contaminants in our single pass, or we can design the solute we want it to pass and remove the unwanted solids at the same time. So I'm really excited about fabricate such energy efficient tool to treat wastewater. And I'm also happy to collaborate with group from environmental science. Then we can incorporate bioenzyme or catalysis on our structure sorbent to achieve different separation aims in the future.